To the show. EG Complexity. EG is going to be starting on defensive overpass. Complexity on the attacking side. And they had no issues on their attacking side. Well, actually, that map didn't happen, so never mind. We don't know what we're going to get today.
Yeah, you immediately touched back
on it. I immediately went right back to it.
What are you talking about?
It's like a repeating nightmare.
The last time the real EG showed up, it was against FaZe. Here we go, though. So the odds at the top of your screen, and the attack forward from Grim and Fine through the connector. They realize that no one is there, so they can join up with the rest of their teammates outside of A. And EG will start to adjust and try and ready themselves, but this is quick for Complexity.
Yeah, and actually Wiz actually hears this push coming from the B bomb site, so he shifted over. autimatic gets some safety out towards long. Fang clears it. They're going to have to double swing. They have to do it quick. Fang gets the kill. Over towards Bank. It's Wiz stepping up for one kill. neaLaN finds one, and all of a sudden the flank is opened up, but Complexity wins all the battles towards Bank, towards stairs. And now Fang caught in the open.
Oh, Sonic fighting back, rattling it back into a 2 versus 2. EG on to the site.
There's no kit.
And there is no kit at all. And there's no tap yet either, but neaLaN has hit the headshot, and if they get this second quickly onto Sonic, they can just stick it and cover off on the truck. Sonic not swinging, and neaLaN will cover off the defuse. Brehze will pull it through, and EG will have the first round.
Yeah, that's a tough call in that position for Complexity in the 2-on-2. You almost have to call the bluff that he's not going to stick that defuse over a truck, because being aggressive, they had to clear out when the flank was coming in. Didn't have an angle on the bomb defuse. So EG get the pistol round. Start things out well despite some of the early kills going the way of Complexity. A fast flank from neaLaN is effective, but it's neaLaN and Brehze in the clutch to win the day at the end.
Good adjustment, because it looked like Complexity were right through, but they're going to be buying up. Coming in with the Galeals, the Scout, the AKs. It's a good force buy.
It's light on utility is the only issue. They have got one smoke for the rest of this round. They threw out an HE grenade earlier. That was Fang towards the underpass. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of heads-up fights, a lot of contact plays, walking into engagements. And as Maniac highlighted on Anubis, it wasn't... sorry, that map didn't happen.
Here we go. Go on. What did Maniac say?
He just mentioned, they were just kind of walking into angles and just winning the fights and missed sprays from the EG guys. So I mean, if that happens again, this round could be nice and easy.
It could be. Let's see, we're hoping we can see a much better defense out of EG here, and in particular Refresh. But neaLaN, he's got a chance here to kick things off. The FAMAS in the bathrooms, JT's Shadow betrays him, and he nearly gets a second. A lot of damage down there under Grim, but the trade will come through, and Sonic dies to autimatic in the bathrooms. There's another player alongside autimatic as well, so pretty strong setup. Even though they take out autimatic, surely they don't think Wiz is in here.
Well, these aren't bad trades whatsoever for Complexity, though. They're going to start thinning out this defense. Refresh has had to shift over. Brehze playing passively at the B bomb site. It's just this follow-up push from Wiz that could catch Floppy with knife out. Always got 2. The easy cleanup onto Grim. And Fang's in a recovery situation, 1v3. He at least has the bomb.
He'll begin to watch for bathrooms, but 30 seconds, that's all the time that he has to play with. So it's looking like this should be a second round, no issue for EG. Final walkout, and Wiz will confirm, and it does end up working out having that extra player in the bathrooms. And the timing nearly worked. It looked like Wiz had just been caught by Floppy at connector, but it would get around the corner in time, and EG will collect themselves a second.
Yeah, always need a bathroom, buddy.
You always do. Head into the bathrooms together, and it's always successful. It's a great time.
Triple kill from Wiz, triple kill from neaLaN in the pistol round. So nice individual efforts, at least in these opening 2 rounds.
I have a question for you as a North American gentleman.
Sure.
Why is the water level so high in the toilet?
Well, we have bigger serving sizes.
Okay, yeah, now it makes a lot of sense.
Greasier food.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Listen, I could turn that question right back on you. Why is it so low in Europe?
We save money on water.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm just happy to have a toilet, Jason.
We have those powerful, high-efficiency toilets, though, in this side of the world.
Yeah, us Europeans, we're happy to just have the option of a toilet, the luxury of life.
They sell, because I had to do toilet shopping at some point, and they sell you on toilets by telling you how many golf balls can get flushed in a toilet.
What? Okay. How many golf balls can your toilet flush?
I don't remember, but it was double digits.
Double digits golf balls. It's a pretty weird metric.
Yeah.
Like, how do they even come up with that?
I was like, I don't know actually what sounds impressive in terms of golf balls, but this number seems nice.
Yeah, it's like cars have horsepower, toilets have golf balls flushable. Maybe Chad can tell us a little bit about that with his plumber background.
Sure.
But, EG, I was ready to flush them away, but maybe there's a chance here on Overpass. Maybe they do some of the best work when they're down in the sewers, when everything is looking pretty Well, can't really say that word, but
I don't even know where you were going with it. Tell me later.
yeah.
Oh, 3-0 is going to be the score at the end of the day. Sonic left in a very impossible clutch. 20 seconds. Actually, I don't know if he doesn't seem like too keen on dying before time. So just he has 2K for armor and utility, and obviously the rifle in hand. So now he just has to survive.
It's gonna trundle on down to the bottom of the stairway. And the MP9 of Brehze. Ooh, swiftly upgraded. He only holds on to that mass for a second, and he will get traded out. So not the best scenario here for Complexity to kick things off, but now they'll get the money.
Yeah, good little find, actually, that third kill. Quite nice to dig into the EG money. 3-0. AKs with full utility this time for Complexity. Into the first gun round we go.
No op for Wiz. Just going to stay on the rifles here for EG. And no op for Complexity to be seen either. Interested to see what the calls will be here for Complexity. I think JT had a pretty easy time as an in-game leader in that previous map. That didn't happen in terms of how he was able to just execute a lot. There's a lot of simple calls. Overpass maybe will pose a different task.
Yeah, it's naturally going to just get a little bit more complex than Anubis was, just with how massive the map is.
You're going to have to take a bit more map control rather than just walking outside of the site and executing.
Well, here's a turn of the corner, a boost up. Fang going to look for autimatic, who's out in the open. Drops off. Good flashbang, but now they know autimatic's position, and they're going to challenge. JT with the swing, Fang with the trade, and no support for autimatic.
This boost now descends, and they weren't really aware of the long play. Not looking at it just yet. They will now get information on Fang as they jump back. And jump spotting in behind the SWAT truck from Bank. 55 seconds. Bomb has shifted away from long and is going back down the connector.
This is good fake, though. Good utility usage by Complexity out towards A. It's pulled a third player back who's now shifting to the B bomb site, but likely going to stay passive. So Brehze has a huge role.
He does, and he has to deliver here at short. 40 seconds tick on by. Complexity realize those smokes will start to fade away real soon. And there's the kill in short. Brehze does nothing. Now Grim looking for a second. Oh, brilliant flash and flying refresh. No chance. Oh, Grimathy. Oh, that is lovely. Up towards heaven, shot after shot, and you have to smile after that one. That is lovely from Grim.
Yeah, he barely had to move his crosshair for the last two. Just picks one off, and the other guy slides right into the same position. Well done from Grim. Nice entry. As you mentioned, the flashbang is perfect. Great protocols, great utility usage. But this is just a thing of beauty for Grim. Finds neaLaN and Wiz at the end of the day.
I love to see Grim when he's happy. That's great. That was a lovely round from him. And now 3-1. It's EG with 2 rifles. That's all they have to play with here. It's immediately go into troubled waters, and neaLaN goes into the connector and fights immediately, finding Grim. So the reaction from Complexity is to try and speed up through B, and Floppy is doing that, walking over the top of the bridge. And sees the 5-7, does a bit of damage, but Brehze still standing. But they've penetrated the B side, so that's going to be the round.
One X factor might be this flank from autimatic, but he's taking it very, very slow.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, obviously with no kits as well, it presents an issue. So second round for Complexity, as autimatic even calls the flank off, and there shouldn't be any more danger. And I mean, pretty nice if they can save these weapons that they have. I know they're only pistols in the FAMAS, but you know, you're going to be saving in the next round regardless. So just bring them forward, see if you can have any stopping power in the next. Looking for one AK-47 on the ground that's been tossed away by Complexity. So no dice. Actually, excuse me, it's just further up. They get an M4 and AK. This actually turned into a pretty nice round for EG.
Somehow, they get a freebie.
Yeah, 3 rifles in the next round. That's good. That's a good find.
That's a great upgrade. And a second round for Complexity. They just walk through the B site. Grim loses life early. That's the only issue that. And then we'll move on into round 6. The AWP will make a return in the hands of Sonic coming into this round. We obviously have the caveat that it wasn't a difficult game for Complexity in the previous map, so interested to see what sort of level Sonic's going to be able to give us here on the AWP as we head into Overpass. And they'll be spreading out Complexity just into the default setup. And a run boost from Refresh. He'll go over the top, over the flames, and into short. Floppy's a little bit slow about getting into water here. Eventually will swing in way too late. Refresh Doesn't keep his gun out, though.
Oh, autimatic got spammed throughout all that as well. So actually a 2-for-1 over on short. That's really painful.
Yeah, that is.
That's a crappy way to lose your life.
Yeah, you do so well as well in the opening, right? You get the run boost over the top, you get that first kill, and then you just switch to knife and try and run back and get caught by the connector player.
I guess the one nice thing you have going, even in a round like this where that spam comes in, is this is kind of like a throwaway round since you had those free weapons from the previous, right? In a sense, you'd still like to be able to challenge considering what you brought forward, but at least you're not losing any kind of investment. Again, looking for silver linings.
Yeah, that was great. That was a lot of positivity.
EG story.
Silver Linings Playbook, EG edition. 50 seconds left. A lot of time still for Complexity, but they are making it very clear to us where they want to go, and it is the correct side of the map. They'll just take their time heading towards B. That's a great Molotov.
Glad we caught that. Here we go. Grim's going to lead the way. Wiz coming down the stairs for a timing flank through Squeak Door. Likely not going to create much for his team. They're sticking around to see if they can get anything lucky to provide an opportunity.
Get Fang up in heaven, boost him up, re-smokes in, and he can just hold. EG just staying on the extremities, trying to catch them as they exit, but no one's going to be walking into the crosshair just yet. For Complexity, who tie up the scoreline, 3 apiece. And now, neaLaN's just seeing it, but no one's exiting through short, so he's not really going to get a chance. The only chance he would get is if Fang was to move on up, and he's just making sure there's no sneaky ninja attempts. neaLaN doesn't have the kit nor utility or anything, but he does find an AK, so he's done pretty well to get that. Another steal away for EG right at the end. And 1 HP, so...
And 1 HP.
Calculated, I'm sure.
Yeah, he'll take that AK-47 though, so at least a nice job for EG to salvage weapons on the ground throughout these past 2 rounds. Just need to start getting some wins on the board. Complexity, 3 straight. First map over on the other stream still going on. Double overtime in the cards.
Yeah, it's crazy how different this game has been compared to that one. Team Liquid really getting pressed to the limits. Although I feel like if they win Inferno, that's Greyhound's best chance in the series to win this map. So Liquid trying to push forward. And here we go. More shorter correction for EG. They're going to get refresh boosted this time. Up on top of the sandbags. And a heavy B presence for Complexity set up again here. And they're just going to walk through Monster.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, it's not going towards this boost. It's going towards Monster. Oh, that was a great chance. A great chance for JT, who missed the opportunity. A headshot angle, and Brehze actually doesn't even get touched. A nice idea for Complexity, but no success. No dice.
Yeah, plan A hasn't worked out. So lots of time for Complexity to find plan B and refresh. Ooh, nice off the top of the sandbags, gets out of there. And it's Floppy burning to a crisp, just about gets out before he dies. But this is good from EG. The initial fights for Complexity didn't go their way, and EG picked them up. Now a walk back over towards A is the call. I'm going to try and use Sonic's AWP to find some impact here.
Yeah, one mistake from autimatic could sell everything. But he's got himself into a relative position of safety. Can easily tuck in towards long behind the wall if he gets into any danger. 35 seconds on the clock. Floppy's still got a long way before he joins up with the unit.
All right, autimatic. This is it. This is his chance to shut it all down. His teammates coming out with him at long, so instead of just getting ready to fight, drops a little bit further back. Wits on that rotation coming in, 15 seconds. They start to send the final pieces of utility into place. Wiz is right behind him on this flank. Kill from Floppy, refresh. Stood no chance in defending, but with just enough time, the bomb plant tries to go down, and Wiz will strike from behind, denies that bomb plant. No time to get it down, and Fang dies just before the time runs out. EG can celebrate a round victory.
Yeah, nice defense. Good flank as well through bathrooms, because that bomb was looking like it was going to get planted. Then that could have been, you know, anyone's game at that point. 4-3. EG holding on. Now Wiz has the AWP in hand. Sonic rebuys his as well. Then we reset into round 8.
I feel like we should play Toxic.
autimatic talking about playing Toxic. Calling the CT side tactic.
Grim dives down in towards the connector. A little bit of speed, perhaps towards autimatic. His smoke comes up just at the right time. That would have been a chance for autimatic to open up this round with a kill. doesn't get it done, and Floppy fends off this short push forward, which has really been the central focus of the last 2 rounds. Is Refresh. Oh, Floppy! Double kill on Refresh, and Brehze opens up the B site. Autimatic challenge now inside the connector. It's 1 kill and a second. Back and forth these kills go. Once again, an equilibrium re-established, but they're continuing to go B, and Floppy isn't stopping. Damage done on towards neaLaN, and JT has made his way out as well. He's out towards the pillar, and a kill from JT has opened up the affairs yet again for Cole. They'll put that bomb down. They've got the site, but the flank from autimatic, he does spot the legs just jumping over, but can't really put an end to it just there.
Sonic's checking it. Sonic's checking it with the AWP, but didn't peek deep enough. Okay, autimatic has still gone undetected. He can't stop the bomb plant, but a pretty good position for this retake. And no one from Complexity really has eyes on it at the moment. JT is going to start looking from the back of the bomb site, but he's low on health, and the timing is not there. Autimatic creeps closer.
Yeah, autimatic has a chance to pull this one and unravel it completely for Complexity. The first kill is down. Missed shot from Wiz. He really can't afford another one of those. Now all of the pressure, all of the eyes are on autimatic at 25 health. Time ticking, and 2 plays to collect. It just isn't going to happen. Floppy has a monstrous round with 4 coming in. JT assists with that 5th kill, and that's Complexity on the 4th.
Yeah, what a quad kill from Floppy. The double opening on Alf Sandbags is beautiful. It's picture perfect. And even though autimatic claws it back into contention, Complexity just proved to be too much. Timeout taken from EG. Yeah, this is nice. Good transfer over onto Brehze, and obviously the closing kills as well. Floppy has himself a round.
Well, with all the sort of, both of these North American teams don't have full North American rosters, right? If you're looking at all of the North American players you have available, Jason, what would be the super team you would put together if you had the chance?
Oh dear, that's a question and a half.
You don't have to answer it now. You can think about it and get back to me.
Yeah.
In 3 to 5 business days.
I might have to get back to you on that one. Naf's obviously going to be in there.
Twists.
Twists, yeah. OC, I'd probably bring as the Opera, as he's been performing well in this game that we have going on right now on the other stream. Performing well recently at Paris was a good tournament for him. There's some creative ways you could go about that.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of opportunities. And EG don't have a whole lot of it available, and they had to make that one work. The only weapon worth talking about, and Wiz, well, he finds the opening with it. Good peek up on top.
And the question now is how much does Complexity try and just pick up the pace towards the B bomb site? You've seen the AWP over towards A. You've seen it by Fountain. It's gotten a kill. You no longer have control of Playground in any way. Deagle's going to add one more. Oh, this is so costly. What great damage onto Grim as well through the wall. They have to hit B, and they kind of have to do it right now.
Yeah, it's not clean at all. Floppy, swings out. What a shot from Brehze from the barrels. And the attack is still coming, but it's the final 2 players limping towards this B site. Grim is so low that a body shot will take him out immediately here. You gotta let JT play, and Brehze is probably reading that, and so it's ready, but JT, what a crispy shot from him.
You won't expect the flank through Monster.
Yeah, you won't really expect much of this. Double ops, autimatic, and Wiz in this 2 versus 1. JT trying to lead them to a 5th round, and well, he stayed on B. The rotation has gone back up those stairs, but he'll be called back now as JT has heard out. autimatic has somehow evaded being spotted, but JT, he's so unlucky not to see him. autimatic moves perfectly and evades all of the vision, and will close out the round for EG. That started with pistols and an AWP, and turns into an EG round win.
Really good round from EG. Nice opening pick from Wiz, a critical shot. Obviously the stairs defense as well was effective on Fang and Grim. Everything came together for EG in this round. That's a very tight shot that he takes the head of Sonic clean off. It's this one, neaLaN. The kill, and then the damage onto Grim was everything. And autimatic yet again with a very fast flank through Monster at the B bomb site. 5-4. And this time it's Complexity who wants to pause in the action to talk things over.
It's definitely better from EG already. Here on map 2.
OC Twist Naf.
OC Twist Naf, that's a good 3 to start with.
Throw a Liege in there, probably.
Yeah, Liege, definitely. Nitro? Can we just make liquid? Just make it liquid. Damn, we really did have the super team back then.
You could actually, if you wanted to get frisky and you wanted to add some more elements about like playing for the future, you could probably throw Grim in there for a Liege.
Okay, yeah. Grim definitely Could do something now. He's, I feel like we're only seeing the surface level of what Grim is capable of, and I'm sure you probably have more of a personal insight to that, and over the years being the coach of Liquid and seeing him, so I feel pretty positive about it.
Grim still needs to learn like that assertive nature of being like a star player, of like, you know, making sure you kind of get what you want.
Needs to get a bit of an asshole vibe in
Yeah,
it,
you need to be somewhat of a dick to be a star player, and Grim is anything but that.
Yeah. Damn. We're really out here telling people to be like that.
And then there's Zaiwu, who is just the nicest
yeah, but
guy
he's
in the world.
like a genetic freak, you know. He's so good at this, just so naturally. And Wiz in the toilets, he'll do his best to clean up, but some messes can't be fixed. That's going to be a 1-for-1. 55 seconds, rotation coming back out of B, just as there might be a bit of pressure coming through with Floppy. Here they come. JT and Floppy, but the bomb is so far away from.
And only one defender. It's only Refresh. Oh, he's out in the open as well. Oh, he spots Floppy, but it's the AK at range. Oh, good recovery for Refresh. Caught off guard. Sonic finds a trade, but Floppy equally a headshot with the Deagle. And Complexity responding right back. EG trying to slow down this plant to get themselves in position for a retake.
autimatic and Brehze are quite close into this B side already, maybe too close for Complexity to be ready, but now they start to turn. Now that information's picked up, and just like that, 2 quick kills. Suddenly Floppy strikes into action, but he needs a lot more. He needs to win this 1 versus 1. And autimatic is climbing out of the water. Oh, what a shot! autimatic on the double. He really is the shining light of this game so far. So crispy, so individually brilliant at times, and that's a big 1v1 to collect.
Yeah, and like that is a round I think Complexity is going to want to have back. Man advantage in the post plant. You have it set up well. Caught off guard a little bit by some spam in towards water to the side of the bomb site. Kind of sprung them into action earlier than they would have liked. This is really nice from Refresh, even though he gets traded pretty much immediately. Floppy's still doing work. Yeah, Sonic getting spammed kind of forced Grim to swing a little bit wider. Didn't expect the angle, and that was kind of the trap they had set up for the post plant. 2-round lead for EG, showing life on Overpass where they didn't have it previously.
Yeah, and I think when you win a clutch, the dopamine starts to rise as well. You feel like, okay, we're getting some of these close rounds. It's starting to go our way. And there's an update from the other stream. Liquid prevail over Greyhound in a mammoth matchup on map 1. That's only map 1 of that series as well. Plenty more to come.
Yeah, double overtime. Spicy stuff. Flashbang out, neutralizes Wiz's angle. He's going to come back for more. Dangerous. Takes a quick shot and bails out. autimatic making footsteps. Grim's going to call that as well.
Grim is chasing down, but doesn't get out in time to catch that retreat back into short, but we'll confirm the connector was clear.
Yeah, but look how much the defense is shifting. They've got 3 players essentially at this, or 2 players, I should say, with neaLaN kind of just turned. Nope, 3 players.
Nope, 3 players back online.
Minimap throwing me off. 3 players at this bomb site. They had a 4th one for some time as well. Oh, damn. That's an entry.
Yeah, that's an incredible shot. At range as well, immediate headshot, but EG starting to recover this. Grim will try his best with the rifle. Wiz his head's in a tiz, and neaLaN in the corner. autimatic fighting back, and although Complexity are finding some of these kills, there's just so many players to break through. And if you get autimatic, if Fine can bring him down quickly, but he won't. He won't be able to do it. autimatic holds strong, and EG will defend yet again.
Wow, that's a very, very tough hold at the bomb site. Once again, autimatic, just the rotation coming in right at the end of the day is the deciding and determining factor. His flanks on the B bomb site have been great. This rotation back towards A, because that entrance can really seal around it. Somehow neaLaN was able to survive quite a bit of time to allow autimatic to have that space to swing it at the end. 3-round lead, 7-4. Complexity on the back foot for the first time in this series.
Oh, they gather us out of B with Tech-9s, a little bit of util. They're leaving reserve cash over, but sometimes these B pops, they can be the most effective rounds in Overpass with some speed behind it. Brehze holds, it's just a single kill. He's overrun, and they're into the site. Refresh, he's not looking for Floppy, and finally he will adjust to that. So no bomb plant, doesn't get out of hand really at all. Just nice trades, good pick up there from Refresh.
Yeah, really well done. That's a nice, I mean, obviously it helps that it called for some aggression over towards Sandbag, so he had a relative safety during that pop. No chance of him catching a flashbang whatsoever. 8-4. Money's decent for Evil Geniuses as well, so reset at this stage in the half, probably not the most impactful that Complexity would like, but trying to scrape together a few more right at the end of the day.
Oh, Sonic's in speed behind this mid-play. Floppy also, elsewhere. Not hitting the brakes at all. He's going through short. A lot of damage done to EG here already. Refresh got involved in a fight and brought down to 10. autimatic takes some off the top. But good map control initially here for Complexity. This is going to make EG feel a little bit more uncomfortable and make autimatic feel like he needs to push down long, which he's doing right now. Maybe he can activate a late round flank around the backside of them as Complexity starts to send this bomb further towards the bathrooms.
Oh, JT, you're in trouble.
Oh, he really is.
The smoke's gonna fade any second. He's looking for it. Oh, doesn't get the opening engagement, but still wins out. And even on the follow-up player, does massive damage, but here's autimatic again. He's been making these plays all day long.
And it's the bomb that's the first player he will find contact with here, but he's also being watched for. And Sonic and Grim, they pump the brakes and it works really well. Although they run right into the toilets, and the op is here again for Wiz. Smokes out onto that bomb and had a chance to take another life. But Grim is able to dodge on by, and he is not slowing down. They want to accelerate in towards A. They molly out the bank. And so because of Brehze's low health, he can't even stand around. He can't stick around or fight that. So Wiz is the player that has to do something here.
Yeah, but Grim's alone in the bomb site. No one was watching for that peek from Highway. Floppy's got the trade, but Grim also had to be worried about Brehze. Interesting round, but Complexity win it out at the end of the day. They avert disaster. And it's cut into a 3-round lead.
There was definitely a chance there as well, even for Brehze to win that if he wins that 1v1 fight at long. So a couple of moments that could have gone wrong for Complexity.
Yeah.
Money's starting to fall away from EG on a few players here.
Yeah, they have a weird decision to make. I assume they'll go for a buy, and indeed an AWP is dropped over to Wiz. M4 picked up, SMG, so EG putting all their chips here into the center of the table in round 14. Losing this in the last round would be mostly pistols.
How familiar are you with the number 99 team in the world, Jason?
Not super familiar, I'd say.
Yeah, me neither, but here we go. This is a wild concoction of players. They have come through. We got a team called Portugal. Their nationalities make up of absolutely 0 Portuguese players. One of them is Chiron. And then they have a UK player, Chris. Swede called Susp. Ukrainian called Fostar, and Depression. So what a concoction that is.
Yeah, that's, I wonder how they came up with that name.
Portugal. Maybe that's where they live. All together.
And one nice gaming house.
Those suck, I'm sure. Oh, and neaLaN gets burned out of the con, and he'll be forced a little bit further up. He's lucky to get out there. It looked like he was dead to rights, but Complexity, they don't want anything to do with him. They want to go in towards water, and Refresh just jumped on up. They'll hear that dismount. But in the meantime, again, autimatic is finding a lot of ground. He's pushed up through mid, and he wants to activate this flank a little bit quicker. And it has to be quick because Complexity is starting to execute into B already.
Yeah, it's crazy how often he's had this available to him. Oh, that door open gives Sonic all the information. He's kind of stuck with the bomb. Meanwhile, Floppy finds an opening kill, another one at this B bomb site. But here's Refresh chiming in around the smokes. Complexity cannot find the kills necessary to secure the bomb site, and Refresh with a wonderful triple kill in the round. EG sustain, it's 9-5, and now they've got a double op set up.
It looks unlikely based on the money that Complexity are going to get a 6th round on this T side. How do you feel about that? If they lose this house, only 5 T rounds on Overpass, you feeling okay about Complexity with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I think look, I still have plenty of questions about everything EG brings to the table, no matter what half of whatever map. So the idea that they're going to have some crazy T side as well, like I think Complexity can easily come back in this one. They've given themselves like room to work with is always the important thing, right? 5 rounds, you have a couple mistakes, couple blown rounds that you can give before it gets too dangerous. But certainly, yeah, this, again, autimatic with this push. I don't know if he's just like, okay, I've been getting it all game, I'll keep going back to it. If it was something maybe he saw a little bit of prep, but
it's so much info right now.
He's living the dream.
Yeah, he can just call completely. It's probably another B play, guys. I don't see anybody.
And they have a player in stairs as well. That's neaLaN. So, I mean, Wiz can just leave.
It's the same setup as the last round where they were primed and ready for this B attack from Complexity and shut it down. So might be a very similar result here. Everybody at the ready. They've got flank options. Wiz was sent away, so he can have that quick rotate down to heaven with the AWP. Oh, this is rough for Complexity.
neaLaN might actually think this is clear, though, considering he was just there.
Maybe Fine can make something of this. He does only have the MAC-10, but that's still enough to unravel this.
I mean, if he waits until contact is made over towards Monster. Oh, contact with the AWP. Nice shot. Counter flashbang pops immediately, but Floppy still gets the kill. Oh, and he knows the position, but there's that pounce from Fang, and it's all down to Sonic. 9 HP, grenade finishes him. 10-5 for Evil Geniuses. They bounce back after an atrocious map 1. First half looking good. We got the conclusion of Overpass coming up next.
I would say that the lines is definitely more blurred than it has been in the past. However, the major format is also something that kinda really helps the underdog teams. It's best of ones, and in best of ones, the best teams don't have the possibility to punish opponents on map picks. So having a strong map pool doesn't really matter much. And also there's a lot of pressure on the big teams in these best of ones, whereas the lower ranked teams obviously has less pressure to perform at a major.
I think so. I mean, look back 2-3 years, I feel like top teams are more defined, but I think the competition nowadays is so tight and everyone is so good at the game right now. I really don't think there's really a line anymore. I feel like anyone can kind of beat anyone unless, like, I mean, you have your show out star players, but I mean, as a team, I think the game is evolved and everyone is pretty much right there with each other.
Before, like years ago, obviously like even before we were playing professional, I think the underdogs would struggle a lot with the pressure and playing against these bigger names, and they would maybe get a bit more scared, and the favourites would always overcome them.
Like back in the day when I was like pretty new and I played like in the ESL Benelux finals, it was on HL TV, and then like, oh, HL TV, you know, and then now they play so many officials that they don't have any pressure for that anymore. And
after the pandemic that went on, a lot of teams could raise their level because they were playing a lot. It's much more professional nowadays, and there's much more going on in the backstage as well. You have psychology, you have a lot of things that's going on.
Yeah, I think it's overall like getting to a tournament every time, going to playoffs, for example, then you're probably the tier 1 team, I would say. Not bumping out as the first team.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for Evil Geniuses and Complexity to get underway in their second half of Overpass. What a bounce back from EG, rather. It's yeah. Well, OG,
that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It does. Say it all. I just seen Nico before that, and it must have just triggered that. 10-5, you know, it's something. It's definitely a lot better than what we've seen on Anubis, and
Yeah.
maybe they can get something done here. Maybe we can force map 3.
Yeah, decent enough CT side for Evil Geniuses to have a real chance here. Let's see how this pistol round goes. Complexity, we know they've played some tight, some very close, some very intense overpass matches in their history. Oh, that's a great find from Automatic. Grim wanted just a little bit too much. He was even in trouble from the close timing of EG walking along the wall. But that's opened up the entire avenue to the A bomb site. So JT's going to try and close that gap. But if he doesn't spot information quickly, he might not call anyone back.
Oh, JT, nice shot onto Brehze. They needed that reply. But look how close Wiz is already. He's going to try and sneak up. He's going to try and get deep in towards this A site. And he hasn't seen anybody just yet. These flashes are fantastic for Complexity. They really make it uncomfortable for Evil Geniuses moving forward. And this has allowed that rotation to come in. And the flank starting to come around the back too. Sonic can cut them off. And he's seen Refresh barreling back here. So he's trying to communicate that EG looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, it felt almost like EG wanted to fall back entirely. Now Wiz is able to pounce, Fang steps up, and all the kills go the way of Complexity. Yeah, EG was like knocking on the door of the A-bomb site, seemed like they wanted to call it back, realized Sonic was on the flank, called that off, and then the round just gets so disorganized.
Yeah, they didn't look very decisive. And a couple of flashes were enough to convince them to try and return to plan B, but here's the pistol picked up for Complexity in the second half. That wasn't a very competitive pistol for EG, so they didn't get a bomb plant, which means no good force buy.
Yeah, should be a good chance for Complexity to build up a solid base of money with which to play with heading into the future.
We talked about 10-5, and they've given themselves some room to play with. When you win the pistol like that and you will get the conversion here, that's more than enough room to play with now after that half.
Absolutely. And again, we still obviously have plenty of questions on what kind of a T-side EG is going to be able to bring out. 4 players huddled outside Monster, waiting to turn the corner. JT's got eyes on it with the FAMAS. He spotted neaLaN way far back. Now he's spotted him drop. Now he's spotted the swing and gets out of danger. SMG steps up, but nobody's close. And actually, they're not even going to get close. Not even going to make it close to the Monster tunnel. And a 7th round for Complexity.
Yeah. Great round, as you would expect, to clean it up. If you guys are wanting to get involved and have some says and opinions, you can go on social media, use hashtag IEM, you can ask questions. I think Chad's been submitting most of the questions so far, so if you want something, if you don't agree with his questions or think you can ask a better one than Sponge, go ahead, throw them in.
Or if you want to have a little bit of, if you want a chance to be opinionated, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of opinions flying around.
Get your strong takes out into the world.
Yeah, or be like, get a lukewarm take, a hot take. All takes welcome. And here's Automatic, trying to fight mid early, try to get around the side of that smoke, doesn't see anybody on that initial peak, so we'll head into the playground instead. And Complexity in the meantime are moving through short. Some ground taken of water here. JT, does he just walk through the smoke? Look where he was going to, but he's going to phase it together and now make their way through. They're about to find a Refresh. Can Refresh handle this heat? He's dropping further and further back, and it's one. It's at least something there for Refresh, and now EG begin to accelerate out long side. Sonic holding from bathroom side. There's one on neaLaN, he stayed alive. Good flash, that's perfect. That allows Automatic, not 1 kill, but 2 onto Fang, and that cracks open this A-side approach. If Grim can hold, though, could be recovered for Complexity, but it's a singular kill before he burns away.
Yeah, there was some that fight from Grim. He hesitated just a second before swinging out wide to grab Automatic along the wall, exposed him to the follow-up player. Floppy in a 1v2. He does have a kit to work with, but the weaker weapon has already ruined Complexity to a certain degree. Now FAMAS gets the first and Brehze an immediate response. A close win for EG. We're going to get another buy from Complexity in this round, I would imagine. They come right back in for the fight. Op on Sonic, M4s and Deagles being picked up. EG's not out of it just yet.
I think Automatic has almost forcibly kept them in this one.
Definitely this play on the CT side, like all those flanks, the information he was gathering, some of the impact.
The clutches.
Did a wonderful job, yeah, and this is another good round from Automatic as well. 4-round lead, but this is a big swing round. Whoever wins this is going to have the advantage of the economy, and oh, Sonic is so close to death.
Oh no. It's going to be left in the puddle of his own rings, and that's exactly what happens. Automatic chases him down, and another good kill for Tim. And that's EG up a player.
And that speaks to what, you know, they were talking about in the interview as well, with just like the inexperience of coming back towards tier 1, just missing that timing just by a couple seconds to be able to get away safely. That's a huge weapon to hit the deck early on in the round.
EG know with getting that advantage so early that they can just be a little bit more tentative and methodical when it comes to the approach of the final minute of this round. And Brehze's got water control, neaLaN's cleared out connector.
I think you have to almost take a risk if you're Complexity. Fang's out towards long, so bring everyone over to the B bomb site, which is actually exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately, at this point, it is kind of the wrong risk to take. But Fang is going to start calling out footsteps in bathrooms.
Oh, he's got a good timing here as well as he looks around. neaLaN's alone, so there's no trade potential. They can't get that quick trade away. Now they're just going to start focusing in the final 30 seconds at attacking the dice box. And oh, what a swing out from Floppy that's met with a bullet to the head from autimatic. Grim brings the 5-7 to the party, but I don't think too many people are going to be happy about the gift that he looked to give. And that's autimatic with 3 kills in the round.
Yeah, that's just a nice take from EG. And Floppy sliding over as well, just maybe a little bit overconfident that no one's going to be close up to the bomb site with his initial swing. Either way, this puts EG in the driver's seat. 12-7, you have economic control. The Complexity's in some trouble here on Overpass. Third map would be Inferno. And as we always say, every great series deserves Inferno as the deciding map.
All the best of threes end on Inferno, and it's yeah, could be one of those classics, those North American classics here to close out on Inferno. But it has been nice to see them come back here, EG. It was so sad to watch that performance on Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis was a tough one
because no one was really getting kills. It felt like
there wasn't really anything to speak about.
Yeah, and now it's much better. autimatic in particular has been the shining light. This is the start of the round for him. Another good opening. Sonic, bit of a wild maneuver. And that was a great flick out to adjust to the headshot.
Yeah, just another triple kill from autimatic. Really the driving engine of this team. M4 in the hands of JT, salvage at the end of the previous round. It's all they've got.
They're going to bring the only rifle towards long. And Wiz is holding if there's any aggression. There's no flashes to get him off here, so probably just going to be a dry peek right into the sniper scope, and Wiz is not going to miss that one. That's too easy for him. That's the rifle gone from the hands of JT. Grim will pick it up. And a nice swing out autimatic. Just one and done. Good info. There was 3 players positioned towards A long at the beginning of the round, so EG should feel comfortable shifting back to B.
Yeah, and Refresh is making the smart decision here with all that information out towards long A. 3 people spotted. He's saying, all right, I'll just see what I can find in Monster. Pretty much cleared out the bomb site at this point. Bomb's going to follow up. 2 players going to come up sandbags, and nice easy win at the end of the day. Now for Complexity, it's about recovering that 1 weapon dropped out towards long by autimatic for one of your teammates, and bring those forward into the next round to help alleviate some of the economic issues they've got.
The bomb plant locked in. 13 rounds picked up as well. Let's take a look at what's coming up for the rest of the day as well here at IEM Dallas. We've got 2 streams running, so there's lots of Counter-Strike coming away. We kick things off with the North American matchup. One of the North American teams will get a win today, maybe 2 with Liquid playing on the other side of things.
That's what I'm talking about.
The most exciting thing, Jason, is the Heroic G2. Oh, that's going to be on Wednesday, and I'm just so excited for that.
You're ahead of yourself by a day. Yeah, that one's going to be great. We talked about that yesterday. That's obviously going to be a really cool series to watch.
Astralis Cloud9, a rematch of the Brehze Party Grand Final.
Yep,
I'm sure Yanko is ready to relive that one. And
yeah, that's coming up later on today, 6 p.m. local. FaZe Ents is going to be today.
Yeah, that's going to be good. We a nice little rematch from the major. And obviously, there was a lot of conversation around Danish IGLs and that. So we'll see how that one goes down. But the timeout ticking here for Complexity, and if they are to recover this, it's going to be quite a comeback needed here on the CT side to give themselves a good chance winning the pistol, converting on it. That's all they did here in the second half. It's Been EG swimming to victory.
Swimming.
Thought, you know, usually running, walking. Why not?
Wanted to mix it up?
Try, you know, we do a.
What are we talking here?
an
Like
Ironman.
a butterfly stroke?
Backstroke.
Backstroke.
That backstroke is pretty relaxing. What's your go-to stroke in the swimming pools, Jason?
What's the normal stroke?
Front crawl, maybe?
Yeah.
A doggy paddle?
Okay, doggy
You
paddle.
get doggy
Not
style,
quite
maybe?
doggy. That's just for like floating in place, isn't it?
What, doggy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move a little bit with doggy.
I don't do that.
You don't do doggy? All right. Round 21 continues. And EG, they've got a buy to go up against this time. And Complexity have a weapon in everybody's hands. There's not a lot of util here, though, for the CT side. So maybe they can play with their opponents. And Sonic is going to be down in the bottom left side of that side. There's a bit of a gap and a risk taken to fight in the connector.
Ooh.
Sonic loses that fight. That should have been his kill, but autimatic comes out on top of it.
Fang, you're up next, baby. Right behind the tree. A little bit of an off angle. Oh, giving away his position. Too many when you swing out wide. Complexity getting rolled over. JT and Floppy just now clearing Monster at the B-bomb site. Far away from all the action. And, I mean, now's the decision of whether you actually go for it or keep pushing forward to save the weapon in a 2v4.
Well, Complexity have fallen off the face of the earth here on Overpass.
Yeah, I think the one maybe nice thing they might have is EG kind of hitting the pause button off those kills and seeing what the reaction is going to be, is buying time for this flank to get closer and more realistic to having an impact. But actually, they're going to tuck into T-spawn, it seems.
Yeah, I thought that was the idea. Generally, when you see anybody around this area, it's about hiding outside the nightclub or hiding behind the stairs.
So, 14 for EG.
I'm going to say Inferno. We'll lock it in at this point.
Okay, you're going for it.
Yep. Calling it. I think Complexity looked really frustrated on the player cams on that first half, and I was getting to
And
it
you
a
didn't
little
like
bit.
that? It's shaking your faith?
Yeah. I feel like Complexity are a team to get in their own heads sometimes. Many times start the series really strong, get a big map win, and everyone's on top of the world. And the only way you can go is down. You can't go any higher than the top of the world, right? So it's going to happen to them. The fall off here in map 2. And speaking of map 2, here's the B stream on stream 2. 6-1 start for Greyhound.
Yeah, giving him the beans.
It's about to be a Team Liquid second round, though.
Another elimination game going on there.
Ground are a weird team to me because they feel like really competitive when they play some of the better teams at times, and then sometimes they look like they're about to get 16-0'd back to back.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday we had that against Cloud9. They survived the 16-0. They had a 16-0 at the major, but then the next series they can pull up their socks and play really well. So definitely some signs for Greyhound of positivity. All they need is a Chad Burchill coach standing behind them, I think.
Yeah, a little Aussie legend.
Giving them the speech.
Round 22. Complexity have a long road back into contention on Overpass.
It all starts here. It all starts with this round. And Wiz, he decides he doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to be patient. He wants to get in towards short with his AWP right away. So goes through all the utility. Have a little bit of a look towards the side. It's a risk, and it's not going to get a pick. Definitely had a chance there for the kill, but doesn't find it. And Grim is the player that actually opens up the affairs here in round 22. Complexity have the player advantage.
Yeah, I like the play from Wiz, though. I like the aggressiveness and assertiveness to go for that. Mix it in.
It's had a good map here, 16-9.
Force out a piece of utility from the defense as well, which is utility they'd like to save a little bit longer. JT, I don't know. I don't think he spotted the legs beneath that smoke, but as it fades, autimatic could be in trouble. Does he have the timing?
Off he goes into the smoke at the bathroom. It fades away, and JT is going to be very happy about what that smoke fade away revealed. It's autimatic looking the wrong way. Can't get an easier kill than that.
So now they have to spend some time going for a pick. You've got the AUT boxing one player in at pillar. This boost up. See if you can find anything. Nothing's home. So Wiz gets more aggressive.
He's been here a very long time in this round, almost all of it. And he hasn't found anything just yet. Here they come. Final play into the B site. Brehze, what a shot. Wiz finally gets his reward. Right through the wall, buying 18 seconds left. Sonic's AWP rings out, and Fang, he's trying to deny getting that bomb to the site. 12 seconds, still enough time to feel comfortable for neaLaN to put that bomb down. There's no nades that'll go in and spoil the party. So it's a 2 versus 2 retake needed here for Complexity, and Sonic's op is given the chance. It's down to Wiz. He's had 2 in this round already, but needs to collect 2 more, or at least delay long enough so they don't have time for the defuse, and he's not going to get that chance. JT crunches onto a headshot, and it is going to be the retake and the 8th round for Complexity.
Nicely done from Complexity, but actually, I mean, in a 3v5, EG does a great job of getting into the site, finding the kills, getting the plant as well. It's costly for Complexity, where that felt like it could have been much, much easier. Grim with his opening kill behind the Molotovs with help from the flashbang. Sonic even chiming in with a nice shot, but that round almost completely unraveled. 23. Comeback still doable for Complexity. It's just the money for EG is quite nice. 4,700, 3,000, 3,100 on automatic.
Oh, Sonic over the top of the smoke. Automatic, who was so consistently getting these openings, has now been opened up onto, and Wiz trying to be fast about this. Sonic's going to hear that and decides it's not a great position to fight from. He'll drop back into the bathrooms.
Yeah, I was going to say he might have a screwed up timing as well, because there's no defense in stairs, so at some point Brehze is going to pop up, but Sonic is able to get out and get in cover and realize the danger. Sonic and Fang, if they can clear out and see there's no presence out towards long, that piece of information is going to be quite nice. 1 minute left on the clock.
Sad I didn't get to see that Sonic round of the
no-scopes?
Yeah, the no-scopes on Anubis. Hopefully he can give us something here. Maybe a highlight is brewing for Sonic.
Yeah, he's in fight to death mode.
He has to. Almost fighting his way out of this pit of despair, and a couple of missed shots now starting to add up, and he goes out again. You can't miss 3 times. Refresh punishes that. Good headshot, and he'll continue Refresh with a second. Much better there from Refresh, and 29 seconds left. Grim is in the corner.
Floppy can't get here in time. This is all on Grim.
Let's see what he can do. M4 ready to line them up, and line them up he shall. The Lineage is taken out as 3 kills come through from Grim, and JT closes on the connector flank. A 9th round for Complexity, and they're starting to come back into this. Still a long way, but EG, they've got money back.
Bailed out by Grim triple kill from the truck corner.
Definitely could have went wrong.
Yeah, could have very easily went wrong. That was actually not a bad round put together by EG, just stripped away at the end. Lead is cut to 5, and another timeout is called. Second one used by Evil Geniuses to talk things over moving forward into the later stages. TC getting his boys hyped up. And we'll see if this is the round, if this is the moment that Complexity plant their feet. The op in Sonic's hands has gotten a couple kills. Found some nice openings for Cole.
It has, and a big success story for EG on this T side with those automatic entries in middle. Well, if he's going to start losing those, if Sonic's going to start winning that battle, maybe there could be a new solution needed here for EG. And there's the star here in the Lone Star State. Complexity, the local team, would love to be able to battle with a stand-in and try and get into the playoffs. Actually, the crowd would absolutely love to see them, but it isn't going to be easy. They have to take down EG first here.
Yeah, and I mean, then you get the gift of Astralis or Complexity. So going to be a tough road to the playoffs.
Oh, the nade strike setup for EG. They send it all out towards the boost. No one's there, so not too impactful.
And there's no more money on this T side. They've fully invested into this round. A win here for Complexity would be huge if they're able to pull it off. Grim, JT, and Floppy to defend the B bomb site. Sonic's op in bathrooms right in front of the A bomb site, now kind of moving up towards Divider. Fang is pretty committed in bathrooms out towards long. Good fight from JT. Floppy unfortunately goes down in a supportive swing.
Here comes the flash on in. Refresh with just 1. Good trade from Grim. And there's still a pack of players outside of this B site. Staying committed towards this area are EG. They have got themselves into the 3 versus 3, and Sonic plays the AWP towards barrels, and Grim has transitioned his focus towards short, and he will have that 1v1 fight, and he just looks away. He just starts to move his crosshair at the second that Brehze comes in, and now Sonic is not in a position where you can retreat from. He's got 1 from barrels, and Fang has helped out. It is now just Wiz left alone in the final 25 seconds. Brilliant flash, and that allows the reposition for the sniper of Sonic to get away. And Wiz starts to slip through the smoke at front barrels, walking deeper towards Sonic, catches him looking the wrong way, and nearly had a shot there to close it. 9 seconds, commits to the plant, smoke is up to shield him, and Fang with the rifle has now put himself in a tough spot. With those shots, he signaled where he is, and Wiz can now focus in on that, and had a shot to close it, switches to the AK instead. Wiz sits back at Monster. And the time will start to tick. Fang does not have a smoke. He has the kit though, and realizes he maybe has to try and draw Wiz into this fight, because he could have gone around short. He could have gone anywhere at this point. So Fang is just banking on him being close, and that's the only way he can win it. Is just taking that fight, being confident on the swing, and Complexity, another round that comes close that they pick up on the CT side.
Yeah, nice extended clutch victory from Fang. That's massive in the 1v1. And I think, unfortunately for Wiz, just with the way the round was playing out, he kind of put himself in a position where he couldn't keep eyes on the bomb. He had to call that fake at the end. And Fang still able, by process of elimination, to find him out. But an impressive attempt from Wiz that falls just short. Complexity's up to double digits, they're up to 10.
Oh, EG are just so close to getting this 15th round, but they're never getting that final moment, that final hurdle is eluding them.
3 straight from Complexity now.
Yeah, and a lot of close ones too. Think about that Grim lineup, you think about that clutch now in the 1v1. We have to see a UMP in play, Jason. That's where EG are at right now.
I like it. Why the hell not?
Well, many reasons, but we'll not get into that. The UMP for a refresh. Let's see what he's able to get done with it.
Yeah, you never know. Double toxic setup at the blue door. Automatic's going to back away. JT and Floppy to defend the B bomb site. So this B hit could actually be really impactful with only 2 defenders here.
Oh, automatic. Oh, that is free. Grim, give him that on a silver platter, didn't he? And now the attack into B. Oh no, Complexity, not like that. Okay, neaLaN on the Tech 9. Grim gives him the first kill in connector, and then they just barrel into B. It's fine in Sonic, but what can you do with 2 versus 5 so far away?
Yeah, that defense was not good enough, not tracking how close they were to the bomb site. Grim coming through a smoke as well, and blue door seems a bit unnecessary at a round like this, and all of a sudden that streak, that little bit of a comeback that was getting started is cut short. Money's not good for Complexity either, and they have no losing bonus built up. So it's going to be 1,400 on Floppy, 1,900 on JT, 2,550 on Grim. I'm doing the math.
It's great, you got all the numbers, Jason. Bring all the numbers to the table, and I cannot believe that this is the 15th number of rounds that EG picked up, and how they do it in this fashion is...
It's a classic.
How the... Just B? Just like, why? I'm so confused. I'm so confused how that worked, but it did. And now they only need 1 to force us to map 3 of this series.
So you give those Tech 9s like space to be mobile and close the gap.
This helps.
Yeah, that helps. It doesn't shift the defense at all, but like JT's playing, I mean, neither JT or Floppy are actually keeping eyes on any kind of a walkout. So that's just like when the hit comes in, they're so much closer than Complexity expected.
Well, timeout for EG actually taken here. And Vorborg have his say, and want to try and close this one out. Don't choke it away. Don't concede 5 rounds in a row and go to overtime. Just want to figure out the best path to victory in this round.
They should be all right. That round is like a double whammy.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you get to 15 on Tech 9s, but because so many people survived as well, like, you had upgrades, right? 3 players were able to pick up, weapons off the corpses of Complexity. So money's good. There's plenty of opportunities for EG to have strong buys during this final stretch. Grim and Fang, the 2 Complexity defenders with rifles. At M4 apiece. Fang out towards long with his, Grim at the B bomb site. They better be impactful.
Oh no!
The weapon switch.
Oh, you don't like to see that if you're an EG fan or autimatic. That kind of sucked for him. Good opening though. And Complexity will take everything they can get in a round like this. You got 2 rifles. One of them's just found the opening kill. They can't recover the weapon, obviously. So they just have to hold that advantage. And now EG starts to think about B already. They're not thinking about mid at all. Not thinking about connector. all towards B. It's a double barrel setup right now between Floppy and Grim. It's like a posh British surname. Double-barreled. Oh, it's nearly double-barrel. They moved away from it. And under 1 minute left here, EG. Lots of time.
At least this time, Floppy from Barrels is keeping track of Monster. That's a good spot from Sonic to know Short is under attack. JT's here, but he's far back with the Deagle. Grim's at least going to have information. Or is he? Floppy's blinded, and there goes Grim.
Oh. Refresh and Brehze coming in with 2. JT will do his best, but this defense isn't looking like it's going to hold water. There is still a chance. They've done a lot of damage onto neaLaN in that engagement, so the Deagle can bring him down in one body shot. So you are looking to Wiz his AWP here, and they don't feel comfortable about getting that bomb down. Well, the head is covered off. Oh, what a shot from JT. He just emerges, takes a shot, and goes back down behind cover. And neaLaN's running away. No bomb in his back, no time, and it's a save of the rifle. Ooh, okay, Complexity. They're very happy with picking that one up.
Yeah, that felt sketchy for a moment, but you have to say, I mean, nice double kill from Fang and JT with 2 bangers with that Deagle to be able to shut things down. And just barely hold on to the bomb site, so Complexity lives to continue fighting. 11-15.
I'm gonna drop one.
There's that opening engagement from Fang's push. Here's the kills from JT. That one and on the op at the end of the day. Yeah, what can you say if you're automatic? What can you say?
That was actually quite a tempered reaction, huh?
That's the automatic we know and love.
Yeah. No keyboard smashing, nothing like that. Very cool and collected. 26 kills for automatic here on Overpass. I'd love a few more to just try and take this one over that finish line.
Yeah, he's put together a phenomenal game. This would be one of the really frustrating ones to let slip out of your hands if automatic's delivering this kind of an impact. On both sides of the map as well.
Very true. That first half was great to watch from him, and even on Anubis, half of the rounds were picked up by automatic in that one round with the Deagle.
Half of the 2 rounds.
He wants 50% of their success.
Follow-up defensive smoke and Monster. Trying to run down the clock. Sonic and Fang positioned out towards long. Complexity is expecting a switch up at some point. The A bomb site hasn't gotten a whole lot of love by EG recently. Complexity's trying to play ahead of this switch. And it looks like they're coming right at him.
Oh. Automatic gets a chance to open things up, and he will do that onto Grim. 44 seconds. EG, instead of the B site presence, is the commitment, the walk up slowly but surely towards this A site, and this is an awkward fight between Fang and automatic, but Fang will win it. Oh, and he nearly gets a second there, but he runs out of ammo. Luckily, Sonic connecting, and Floppy's timing on the flank is absolutely perfect. Up through the back of connector. It's an easy kill for Floppy on an unsuspecting player in the final 20 seconds. Wiz is gone, and so is the round. Refresh falls to Fang to confirm, and that's a 12th round for Complexity. No money really available here for Evil Geniuses either to get a proper buy, Jason. Is this happening?
It's all right. They wanted Tech 9s. Just go right back to it.
Get the UMP out again. Get the Tech 9s in.
Exactly. That's a nice round for Complexity. Good job from Fang. That's a really awkward situation to find yourself in. A huge win out towards long. Gives him the flexibility to fall back and control bathrooms and control long as well as he can.
Well, the first teams to be eliminated in this competition were neaLaN and Fnatic, and one of these teams will join them at the end of this best of 3. EG would hate to go out in this fashion. To be so close to forcing Inferno, and here come the Tech 9s.
So would Complexity. Standing or not, this would be a really painful loss. Grim is on his hustle, rotating back to the A bomb site as Sonic was forced out towards long. Sonic's got to be careful. Doesn't seem aware, doesn't seem... Ooh, engaging the possibility. Brehze trying to cut him off. No idea of this position. Grim, a superficial check, and there's Brehze finally arriving.
All it takes is low buys for EG to win rounds, it feels like, but there's still a chance for it all to go wrong, because the bomb isn't actually towards this A site right now. It's eventually going to go there. Starting to backtrack already. JT was at the truck, but begins to back away to the stairway instead.
Oh, the smoke might pull them back, though.
It will, actually.
Yeah, it's huge. JT gives it up.
That's great work from Refresh, just selling out that utility, pulling away the rotation, making it much more comfortable for these EG players to walk in towards that A site. And because Refresh is still here, because he still has presence on that site, you're going to keep a player worried about that flank as well.
Yeah, 1v3 for JT at this bomb site for the map.
What have you got, JT? What can you dish out here for Complexity? First kill's free. Could take out Brehze here too. Floppy also are winning that, and Complexity are pulling this right back. In fact, they have. It's just neaLaN with a Glock, just a Glock, and he's rocking it. It's a kill now, and an AK picked up. Fakes the plant, goes up, and Floppy's head shown. He's run out of ammo, and Floppy's tracking him. neaLaN's so low. Floppy hasn't been able to get the chance. 9 seconds. Drops down in behind the flower beds, and the time is so limited, and the kill comes in. What a recovery from Complexity. It looks so good for EG to close it.
Shout out to JT, man. That is a big boy step up that he has at the A bomb site. All alone. Floppy's watching for that refresh flank in the B bomb site. JT's got to do everything, and boy does he buy time. 2 kills on top of it to boot.
This one was not looking. This second, fantastic on the Brehze. But the great thing about this round from JT was how he sort of transitioned a bunch of different positions when he's under pressure, right? He starts in the truck, has to rotate down, and every path that he took allowed him to get into that position to win the round. The timeout taken for EG, they've seen that as the chance, the light at the end of the tunnel. But the tunnel just keeps on going. The tunnel of darkness that they have to try and dig through.
Yeah, this is where that weight kind of hits you too, where you're so close to that win. You know you've actually been close to the win for some time. This is a 6-1 run for Complexity to bring this back to within reach.
I am reminded that I did call this one over.
You
Jason.
did. You completely, you went in hard.
Hell yeah. That's the caster curse right there. Complexity fans love it. And Sonic diving down in the connector. Oh, he's hot and heavy, and he sticks around. Supersonic, don't run into the fire. He runs back on up. Fang, committed towards the party. And he spoils the party for Wiz and autimatic. 2 lovely kills from him, and neaLaN replies. But it's EG down on 2. Complexity should be taking 14 now from this position, but
and even
a lot of time.
Even though they have the full losing bonus as well, they could really use a plant. But all this aggressive success from Sonic and from Fang has kind of almost eliminated that possibility. Sonic is so very low. But they've got no idea where he scurried off to.
Yeah, there's a lot of time still at least, but yeah, you've got so much ground to make up.
It's a bomb plant is what you're after
yes,
here
that's
for
the main
EG.
thing, right?
If you can find a path.
There's a path somewhat open to them towards A if they get past Sonic. Grim is now rotating back up though. And Sonic's holding. That's the bomb down. Refresh alone for 45 seconds. Complexity will be taking a 14th round here. Sonic is doing a great job, and he'll close it. All 30 rounds needed here on Overpass.
With 4 health as well. Remember, he started out fighting in the Molotov. Sonic is doing some work.
He nearly did kill himself by running back into the fire.
Yeah, he almost did. But, I mean, man, you got to give credit to the Halzer compression he's busting out today. The volume of frags ain't there, but the impact in some of these rounds from this op has been wonderful.
Give him
Very serviceable stand-in today.
Yeah, it's been great to see from Sonic. Because there was like some questions, you know, based on our newest performance, what level is he really at? But when EG have pushed him to the limits, pushed him to the brink, he's delivered. And here we go, round 30. Sonic, he's been sent in, confidently going for the opening through short. A lot of control taken here for Complexity early on.
Uh-oh. Oh, the nade to blow open the door. Oh, good find for Sonic, and he is really activated on this map.
And the Sonic blast right away. Through connector. Oh, that shot lands as well. 1 HP to Brehze. He's so lucky to be alive. If that comes back to bite Complexity in this round, that 1 HP difference, that'll be a nightmare. But EG.
Think of these 2 rounds, though. 15-13. And the 2 rounds, the aggression from Sonic has dictated so much. Opening kill in the previous round, opening 2 kills in this round. He's brought Brehze down to 1 HP. EG haven't even been able to execute any kind of a game plan in these last 2 rounds. Complexity's brought us to overtime, more than likely.
More than likely. Nothing is certain, but 45 seconds, they'll run back with a bomb. And they'll run in towards the bathrooms where Grim and Fang have a pretty cool setup. This should be almost guaranteeing 2 kills. That's 2 from Fang, nearly a third on the spray, and they'll close it. It is overtime needed. Complexity, what a comeback, what a pullback on the CT side. And for Evil Geniuses, your mentality just has to shatter at that point. There were so many chances to take this one.
It was 14-7 at one point. That was the scoreline. I mean, that's a huge comeback from Complexity. What a great run, and rattling off the last 3 as well. Good job from Fang, but really Sonic's aggression with the AWP is having all the impact and influence on these past few rounds. 15-15, it's long to try and find autimatic, and they might just have him. Oh, he spots it without going down.
I mean, he has been found there so many times before, so I like the call from Complexity to try and remove him from the round right from the get-go. He has been somewhat cancelled out over these recent rounds. You haven't seen or felt that impact from autimatic in quite some time.
Yeah, but look at the switch up. There's no defense in the B bomb site. It's so passive. It's just this boost. So actually, if EG pull the trigger on this hit, which it seems likely, they're all here.
autimatic comes in behind. On that fly through connector, Sonic is removed. And EG are going through the motions, the full execute in. autimatic is clearing out A as well.
Yeah, he's getting all the intel. I mean, he's going to call the team back, you'd imagine right now. He's saying, nope, this bomb site's clear. Don't have to commit yourself. Oh, Grim, no idea, but still wins the fight. Now they go. Fang picked out of the sky, and they know the position of Floppy after that boost.
Charge forward for EG. They've overwhelmed the side eventually. They feel comfortable to go in towards the B side, and Brehze. Oh, lovely shots coming in from him. And Refresh able to close. So EG, they couldn't find the 16th round in regulation, but right away in overtime they have it. It's important that they win some of these rounds. There's a timeout being called here for EG. Vorborg asking for the timeout.
Let's do the Roy now, okay?
Not getting one. They might not have any remaining. Maybe the players just revolted.
Maybe like, no.
It was a mutiny. They're like, no, I don't want no timeout.
Don't want to talk to you right now.
I'm good, baby.
You can just watch. EG, it's really important that both of these teams find success on these T rounds in overtime, because they both had some struggles here. And that's a great start for EG and OT.
It's an awkward T smoke.
Oh, they are really cancelling out Sonic's impact here. He's unable to get over the top of that smoke and stick around for that opening.
That's all. I mean, just look at the fear that he's put in him over the past few rounds. They want nothing to do with that AWP early on, which is a great influence from the AWP. Refresh down to 39, autimatic to 68. Good chip damage from Complexity to start things out. Fang and Sonic with a long setup that we've seen a number of times through regulation.
Oh, it's very slow here for EG. They don't want to be caught by any of the Sonic setups, as you were saying. The fear of the Sonic has been put into them. And so they're taking control of bathrooms. They have done that. They've got autimatic into a really good spot. He could even become a late round piece, as EG still in limbo about where they want to go with these 45 seconds that remain. And Complexity don't have any info right now, so they're really worried. And so you send Fang out for a bit of a play forward, and Sonic, oh, good timing to peek out of the bathrooms. neaLaN walks up Con, and at the exact same time, Fang comes out long side.
Yeah, but there's still an X factor here, because that means autimatic can step up into the bomb site itself and again find it's clear and call his team over. So now they at least have the bomb site. If they can find this kill on Sonic, give themselves some room to work with. autimatic's tucked himself into a clever position, but the longer it takes for them to find a kill, the worse this gets, because the retake has them boxed in entirely. Oh, Sonic's not checking this ever.
Nope, not at all. autimatic just peeks out. Easy pick for him out of the corner. And the advantage still with Complexity of the player count, but EG, they've sunk their teeth in deep on this site for the post plant. JT's got to try and forcibly remove them from it. autimatic still fighting, finally overwhelmed. And Wiz is left in the bathrooms with all to do. Nice quick shot. Oh, a second. Wiz is having some fizz, and he's going to go back in again.
No,
but the defuse is stuck. He didn't see him. The defuse just held. And what a ridiculous round to lose. Oh, Wiz did so much from the bathrooms, but it just on the peek out, he didn't see the defuse. It was held too wide, and yeah, the head sinks in disappointment. Oh, another round for Complexity.
He just didn't swing wide enough. He thought
didn't do it.
He thought there was no world in which JT was sticking that defuse. Those are some nice shots, though. These are fast. This little jiggle right here doesn't give him the information he needs. Oh, it's so painful.
It's a really cool defuse stick, though, from Complexity, realizing let's get as far away from the blind spot as possible. Well, this is a quick start to the next round.
Oh, Grim gets a spam kill right out of the gate. That's quite nice to start out with. Floppy as well under a little bit of pressure due to flashbangs, but look at all the supportive utility. This is getting a bit brawly, a bit ugly down the stretch.
Oh, Fang has done a good automatic impression here.
We call it the Tim.
Oh, not moving forward just yet. But this play...
JT has one more smoke for Monster.
Flash is going to go through. That's going to pop right in front of Floppy. The smoke does come up, and luckily JT can swing at the right time because it looked like Floppy was about to be overrun. But here comes Fang on the Tim. Will it be as sweet as a Tim Tam now as he comes around the back and was so low? One bullet would have done it, but Fang doesn't want to give away his spot just yet. He's going to slowly track his opponent. But he eventually will get that chance. Fang will be rewarded from his bravery.
Knife him.
Get a knife kill, yeah. That's disappointing.
Fair play.
Yeah.
17-16. Nice CT half for Complexity, but man, they got pushed to the limit. There was some... That Wiz 1v3 attempt was very close. Let's see what Complexity's got for this T side. EG's defense looked pretty solid, all things considered, in the first half. Only 5 rounds were picked up by Complexity because it was quite a lockdown. A lot of that due to the pushes and flanks from Autimatic towards Playground, towards Fountain. We'll see if that's available to him if he continues to go towards it.
Oh, Wiz, he might be overrun here. He is very smart to get away from that. You do not want to stick around. So the drop back into the bathrooms actually allows him to get a better angle to open up this round on JT. So gets out of danger, gets out of dodge. Well, lots of time to play with now with that player disadvantage for Complexity. They threw 2 smokes out towards water here for Complexity. Over towards that B side. And Autimatic's going to walk right into the connector.
I thought he was going to find that kill. I didn't think Grim was going to be ready. Neutralized with the aggression. Tim continuing to try and be dynamic on the map. Shut down here in overtime, at least to start. Lurk smoke out towards long that Complexity's going to put to good use. Fang and Sonic close up to it.
Oh, Fang got in front of the molly, and Wiz was still holding for us, so did his due diligence and
that needed a flashbang. That's not the worst play. I think the footsteps made him want to try and hustle it a little bit because he had to get in front of the Molotov, but that would have been a nice setup for a flashbang swing out of the long smoke. And back to the B-bomb site we go with 36 seconds remaining.
That's all that's left here for Complexity, and a lot to try and break through. Up through short they go, flash it up. No one spotted yet. It's quite a passive setup inside of this side, and for good reason. Now the rotation comes in. Floppy and Sonic doing their best, but it's not going to be enough. Refresh cleans up, and EG will get another round here in overtime, tying things up 17 apiece.
Yeah, well done. EG does a good job of whittling down the Complexity forces before that hit comes in, forces them into a desperate execute.
Oh, it started with that opening from Wiz.
Yeah, just holding the angle nice and easy as you like. JT walks into it. This play as well, the Molotov forces Fang to make his play a little bit earlier than he would have liked. And then just a solid defense with the rotation coming in. Timeout taken. This one by Complexity, their 4th and final. 19 is the magic number for a win on this map. If Complexity take it, EG is eliminated from IEM Dallas.
And that's why we've brought the intense music here for the timeout. We're getting real lit into this old affair. EG had so many chances. They were in such a favorable position to send us to Inferno. But maybe this best of 3 after all, Jason, won't end up being one of the greats and not end on Inferno. But here we go. 17-17, we're all tied up again. A little bit of a rest ahead of this round, and Complexity set up the majority of their forces outside of B. And they're charging, they are not stopping. In fact, they go real quick up towards short. They even actually had a boost available for EG, but it wasn't up at the right time, and Refresh is blinded, so he doesn't get any impact from it.
I think I was even blinded by a team flash, unfortunately enough. They've gone back for another boost. Ooh, a chance. Refresh, I think, spotted his shoulder. Very cautious of it.
Grim is so lucky.
Yeah, he's very lucky.
Here goes Floppy, up on the boost of his own, and up, very close, and does eventually get that kill. Aggression from Refresh. He tried to just catch them sleeping a little bit, but they weren't sleeping at all. They're ready for that kill. Complexity you have surely locked in. Map and series point here. The attack in. Fang is looking crisp. And autimatic, they know exactly where he is. Look how many bullets are coming towards him. Eventually, one of them lands to the head.
They're shooting hard, Complexity. Nice kills with the boost. Utility to force players out into the open, make the defense feel a little bit nervous. Evil Geniuses had 3 chances in regulation to close this map out. Complexity is going to get only 1 here in overtime. Match point, elimination point.
Evil Geniuses have stated how important this tournament is, and I think starting with that phase game, probably felt pretty good about it, but this is not being the EG you want to see.
It looked good for a while. Looked good up to 14-7. And then it all came crumbling down. autimatic once again pushing up, seeing nothing towards Fountain. There is presence there. He just kind of missed the information.
Complexity just taking their time and what they hope will be the final round of this series. Deep dribble smoke out of the monster. Does get a responsive smoke.
A dribble smoke.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a little bit of a dribble.
It's onomatopoetic.
Gets me dribbling. Now under 1 minute left. That smoke will fade away. And shortly that CT smoke will too.
Oh, nice flashbang.
That's a good pick. Fine, JT chimes in and now 3 kills away from sending EG out of the tournament.
Yeah, 3 kills, but complete map control with 40 seconds left on the clock. neaLaN is all alone at the B bomb site, and he's feeling real nervous. Gonna push up towards sandbags. His teammates are on their hustle over to the B bomb site, so EG's read this correctly. A chance, but not much.
Well, they send the nade in. It lands right on the head of JT. But this is the last stand, the last legs of EG on this B side. It's just Refresh, and he is doing his best. He's pulling this back.
Flank's
it's a
coming
1v2, 14 seconds, flanking behind. But he's trying to read that. He's aware of that possibility, and Refresh is looking for it. The Heaven walkout comes in, but he couldn't get his crosshair in the right place at the right time. And it's Complexity that take the series 2-0. They win the North American Derby, and Evil Geniuses are out in Dallas. They will not be progressing any further.
Yeah, nicely done from Complexity hanging on. A dominant win in map number 1. Map 2, they had to fight and struggle for it, put under a lot of pressure, and then make it work. And look how crushed Wiz is.